Yes. So, tell me, now that you've completed this journey, what do you think about it?
I think it was a great opportunity for people to come together peacefully, and by our presence to send a message, and by the lack of violence to send an even stronger message. And I think if by all those people seeing everyone else that were like-minded, it gave people hope, because they don't feel that they're alone in a sea of liberalism anymore, and that we have a good shot of taking back conservative values and bringing that pendulum swing back towards the middle. And hopefully people will take what they've learned and start spreading the news.
Were there any surprises at the event? Or did you expect something other than what happened?
I expected what we saw from the people. What I expected to see was protesters against what we were doing to be closer to where we were, and I expected some trouble to erupt from people that are on the opposite side of the fence that we're on. And like Glenn Beck, I was a little fearful for his life, and then subsequently for our own, for any fallout that would happen if something had happened to him. So I'm very glad that it was a peaceful event from beginning to end.
You feel the same?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, where were the opponents? I don't know. Where were the opponents to Glenn Beck? I didn't see any there. I expected the Black Panthers to be there.
You did.
I did too.
But you thought that on the whole...
I have much to learn. I'm in the early stages.
So if you were to put the message of the event into kind of one sentence, what was the message?
Was return to God, return to values, principles, morals,
and this little guy's got to go here.
What our founding fathers wanted for this country for all eternity, but we've lost our way. I think the biggest surprise for me on this was how fun the bus ride has been, and what a great time we have had sharing the ups and downs of the bus ride together, and that's been just really big.
And were you together on this, or you just met?
No, we're individuals.
Yeah,
She's married, I'm married.
yeah, we're just hanging
Not to
out.
each other.
All right, I just wanted you to straighten that out.
That's good. This guy knows.
I made it very clear when she sat down that I'm taking it.
You won't show this to my husband because he can't. No, we've had a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
It has, it really has.
Lots of yucks.
Yeah, it's a lot of yucks.
Yeah. Thank goodness there isn't smell-o-vision.
Do you have anything to say about the...
Well, I mean, I pretty much came for the 2 16-hour bus rides. That was the reason I signed up for this. So, the 4 hours at the Minor was great, though. It was a good message being told. So, it was good to see 87,000 people. Plus some together like-minded, and just gives a good message.
I think Nellie has something important to say.
Yeah, boy, she looks like it. Well, you mentioned the 87,000.
That wasn't expected to happen.
How does it make you feel when you hear about reports like that?
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just, they're not even trying to tell the truth anymore if news organizations are going around doing that. I mean, you've got Facebook has said that over 100,000 people were on Facebook during the rally. So right there, the 87,000 is impossible. And, just enough organizations have already come out and said that it was much more than that. And anybody who can say it was that low is it's insane. Absolutely insane.
And they also characterized it as a Tea Party event, as opposed to more of a spiritual, non-political event, which is also, again, it was misinterpreting, the truth, or lying about the truth, and it makes you doubt whether they even, whether they knew anything about the event from watching the event, or whether they just had preconceived notions.
They're really not interested in knowing anything about the event. They're interested in stopping its momentum.
Why?
And why?
Why do you think that they were doing that?
Because of the same thing I just said. Is when people realize that they're not standing alone and that there are other like-minded people, then they're going to stand strong. And if you divide us, if you make us feel like we're a sea unto ourselves facing a nation of people who oppose us, we're going to figure we're in the minority and stand down. I think Wayne said it very well. He said he's tired of conservatives not stepping up and having something to say.
But what is it about the opposition that makes them want to lie about it?
They cannot gain power. They cannot stop this unless they lie about it and cast it in the most evil light. Because if the truth comes out and the mainstream media really started publishing or broadcasting what our message really is, this would sweep through the nation and more people would rise up to be on that side. Because Terry said it earlier. He said, this isn't so much about restoring honor, it's recognizing the honor that we still have and really bringing that to the forefront and moving forward with it. And the opposition does not want that. Dividing us, creating fearful people allows them to create a bigger government where they have more control and power.
And if you take the God away from everything, now you lost your moral compass. Once you lose your moral compass, you don't have nothing to gauge what is right and wrong.
And the
That's the true
truth is
thing
what
behind
sets
it.
us free.
What is very obvious is that we have slipped away from God's principles. We're not a God-fearing nation. We're people that believe in God, we believe in a higher power, but we're not putting it into practice. We're not putting his teachings into practice.
I think Tom
We're
Hanks
God
has
fearing
something
because
to
we're afraid
say.
to use God.
Tom Hanks.
Thank you very much for the compliment. Yes, I'm in disguise. No, I think it was very well spoken when you said divide and conquer. Look, the easiest way for people who want power and want money is to divide, to make us fight against one another. Then we're so busy calling each other names that we don't look, and they're laughing at the Capitol Hill saying, look what they're doing now. Unfortunately, and one of the reasons the Glenn Beck rally was so big, and one of the reasons all the conservative rallies are so big, is because you don't just have a complicit media, you have a duplicit media who is lying to cover up. And that's why everyone's going. Because finally we're just so relieved for somebody to say that 2 + 2 = 4, the sky is blue and the sun comes up in the east, because everyone else is saying, no, that's not so. And it is so. And we know it. You know it deep in your gut. That's why we all went. That's why we hoofed it 7 miles down to the Lincoln Memorial.
And back.
And back. 3 times.
Uphill.
It was 7, not 4?
7 well, the way we walked, it was probably closer to 7.
If they can under-exaggerate the number, we can over-exaggerate the amount we want.
Yes,
But,
we can.
but the existing media, so to speak, is laughable in their coverage because they're so in bed with the politicians. That's when you have a problem, is when you have a Democratic House, you have a Democratic Senate, you have a I can't even call them Democratic, but far to the left president, and a media that's covering for him. Who talks for you? So Glenn is probably one of the few that's out there, maybe a handful, maybe 5 people who's actually talking for people like us, who are the majority of the country. And we're down to 5 guys? Give me a break. And you're surprised when we show up to support one of the 5 or 6 guys that's out
Not the
there?
5 guys. Let's go get hamburgers.
Huh?
5 guys.
No, in the media I'm talking about.
No, I know.
Like 5 guys were actually saying, look, you can be right or wrong, but say what you believe.
no,
Don't just say what somebody told you.
Because we are still one nation under God.
There you go.
Hallelujah.
Say that one more time so I can make sure.
Thanks for hiding. Come on, put the hijab down. We're still one nation under God. Do you think that wanted to come who didn't? If there was 500,000 that showed up, let's just say 500,000. I think it's way low. Let's say 500,000 showed up. How many do you think wanted to come and would have come if they could?
I know Starbucks, we had 5 people that couldn't get on.
Oh, I know a lot more than
Yeah.
And we're not able to.
I'm just saying in
I
general.
can name
Probably
6
there's
other
10
people.
people for every one that was there that wanted to go. For every one that was there, I bet there was 10 people that wanted to go and just either didn't have the money or the ability or to...
Yeah, exactly.
I would say for every one of us, there are 30 people that would have liked it.
I don't doubt. And you know what that is? That's 10% of the American population. If you use that multiplier, that thinks, and it's a lot more than that because everything says that about 70% of the population thinks like we do. So we got.
What?
What newspaper do you work for?
Newspaper? I don't work for any. Yeah.
Magazine?
National Enquirer. Tell me it's a National Enquirer. I love that.
Right.
I am an independent filmmaker.
Oh, that's where the smell was coming from. Oh man, I knew it.
The thing is, I thought that it'd be nice just to send it on to Glenn Beck. I'm sure he's getting thousands of them, but it would be nice just to have a catalog of some of the people and their thoughts and what they got from it and stuff, just for him to use or not use. It's up to him.
Glenn Beck.
What?
You're not alone. We're standing with you, Glenn Beck.
Yeah, why don't we give
Never
Glenn Beck a
alone.
hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Way to go, Chubby.
Thank you very much.
He's chubby. This is say he's chubby.
This is what I think of the message.
Chubby.
This is what I think of the
I'm
message.
chubby.
The
He's
message
chubby.
is when
Right.
it says handy. What he said, Martin Luther King. If you go peaceful, you know how to balance. If you know how to balance, you win. This is like this. Yesterday, everybody went because no balance over there. Everybody say whatever he said and peaceful.
Absolutely. Listen, because that's what we were doing. We were kind of coming and listening to the word, and it wasn't an exaggeration. It wasn't hyperbole. It was just people coming from all over the country to listen, to be there. No, it wasn't for show.
Done from the heart.
It was done for our own spiritual feeling, for the betterment of all. I mean, it was yeah.
Yeah, this is what I said. Over there, it's big more.
How much? 15
Well,
need
it's not more,
7,000
too much politics. Whatever you want it.
Hold on. We got to get him on tape because ABC said there was no non-whites there. So either you're now white or you're a plant from ABC News. So which is it? Come on. Come on, Sunday. Let's go.
I am at the NBC. No,
I knew it. Like, you should have been able to do that, Cube.
you see my show?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is over there. Speak more the quote. Stay together, fight together, see everything together. So what I say all the time is, every single one in this country, you need to take your responsibility. So like that, the country go up again. Don't wait for the governor give it to you something. So like that, stay again when you fit. This is what I think.
I agree. I think the government tries to sell us the idea of equality, not equal opportunity. And that's what this country is about, equal opportunity.
Yeah, but I also think this. I also think this, and I'm just thinking, I know it. The government's not the answer to the problems. They are the problems. They are the ones creating more problems. If they just stop creating problems, we'll fix all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But now we have a government against the people.
Yeah, you say
It's not for the people.
you have a social security that's broke. You have a trend is broke. You have a
Medicare, Medicaid,
Medicare,
broke.
everything is broke. Everything he told the government is broke. So what you wanted to life take the government? I don't know then. So nobody wanted that. If I have a food in my house, it's my business. It's my business. Nobody told me where a doctor I need to go. Nobody told me where I need to go.
That's right.
I tend to this free country. I don't know anymore.
No, you're right. It's about freedoms in this country. And it seems to me the more the government steps in, the less freedoms we have.
Amen.
So let's get rid of them all, and get back to minimal.
And even a lot of the Republicans that are in there that shouldn't be in there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, people wonder why Barack Obama got in there. McCain is barely better than he is.
Hey, see, now that this guy really doesn't belong because he's not, one of these.
McCain? I voted for McCain,
This is
too,
just
so
all a
don't give
fix.
me a hard